know when I'm getting kind of zesty in there. Warhammer got huge exposure recently with Space Marines 2 and their and the show coming on December 10th, secret level. Yes, and I also think it's because they announced the 40k MMO too. So I think there's just been a lot of news about it, and I think you're right. Definitely not opposed to it. Oh, that's really good. Fucking well, fuck Games Workshop, but I'm glad that they're doing well. You know, I'd like to see companies do well, as long as they're not assholes. And Games Workshop is an asshole, but you know, they've done really well with Warhammer, so. No, I'm gonna die. Other than a few weird decisions lately, mainly with like the female Astartes and shit like that, I think they've done a pretty good job. I think they're doing a pretty good job as far as like with stuff goes. Although like I said, there are some things I feel like is kind of forced. And I don't even think the female Astartes really is Games Workshop's fault. I blame Amazon for that shit. I would make a bet. Okay, I would make a bet that what fucking transpired is that Amazon, fucking the show production, needed some kind of like DEI quota, some bullshit DEI quota, and they were like and like kind of forced them into it because it was so half-assed the way they did it. They just made a tweet about it on Twitter. That was literally the extent of it, right? So you have to wonder, like, what like, was it something they really wanted to do, or was it something that they were kind of forced into? Like, there needs to be a woman Astarte. There needs to be a leading woman in all roles. Like, it's like, dude, at that point, have a Sisters of Battle show. Fucking nuns with guns are always a fan favorite. Pulling up, pulling away, pulling away, pulling away. Ah, no, don't kill me. Heal me. Yes. Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Okay, we got, we're gonna kill this little homie right here. Kill these homies right here, too. Oh, I don't have enough fucking attack points. Well, guess who's getting auto-attacked to death? I'm just gonna auto-attack everybody. There we go. Oh, now I got my points back. Let's go. The reason they didn't want the Sisters of Battle is because, I quote, that's too religious. I don't even think so. It's not a real religion. It's a fucking fantasy religion. Like, is it any different than the religion of Game of Thrones? Right? If it's a fucking fantasy setting. Like, they have all the orders in Game of Thrones and shit, but they don't fucking, oh my god, nuns with guns is for where they draw the line. I think it's because Space Marines are the most marketable thing they have available to them, right? The most marketable thing they have available to them, and they and because they want to market the shit out of it to make sure it's successful, they chose Space Marines, but then they need to meet some bullshit quota, so they put themselves into a bad position that ultimately fucks with the lore. And fucking Amazon, being the fucking cunts they are, having to meet certain requirements and shit. Because you know they do. You know they do. They may say they don't, but they 100% do. Right? Kind of forced them into it, saying, look, we're not going to produce your show, and you're going to be out of a lot of money if you don't do this. So they just kind of, like, half-assed it to force it, right? They're coming around, the bander. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Oh god, I'm gonna get fucked up. No! I overextended again. God, my folly is And my folly and hubris is unbounding. Haha, but I fucking no consequences. I just fucking escaped with my life. I just have to kill this squig. Haha! You can't kill me? You can't touch me, son? The most insulting part was the gaslighting. They changed the wiki page lore articles right in front of people and then acted like it always had been that way. Yeah, exactly. Like, the way they announced it was like they just retweeted some fucking female Astartes artwork. They're like, is this female Astartes confirmed? It's like, it always has been. It's like, no it hasn't, you dumb bitches. No it hasn't. You literally are just fucking saying that so you don't have to fucking write anything new. Like, fucking, if you want to write it, like, fucking make it lore accurate at least. Like, maybe make a story where, like, and you can. Like, if you want to make a lore accurate story, you make some story where, like, maybe there's not enough men to fill the ranks, so they have to start pulling female soldiers. And it could be a whole, like, controversy thing. Like, yeah, that would actually be kind of a good story. And it wouldn't be half-assed. Like, that's honestly my biggest thing, is that they just fucking tacked it on there and said, yeah, no, this is it. This is how things are. And then they expect fan base to be fucking retarded enough to believe it? That's bullshit. That's actual bullshit. Like, that's insulting, not just as a fan, but as a woman, I'm insulted that they think that women are so fucking nothing but commodities for fucking woke points that they could just fucking toss shit in like that and expect people to be dumb enough to accept it. And then they have people who are dumb enough to accept it because they're fucking tourists and not actually fans of the franchise. They're like, you just hate women. It's like, no, you retard, that doesn't make any sense. It's like when they fucking made the like in Lord of the Rings, right? The Lord of the Rings show. They made the Queen of the Dwarves a fucking hottie, right? Even though in Tolkien lore, most people cannot tell the difference between women and women dwarves and male dwarves. But they made her a fucking hottie with a body and said, like, yeah, no, this is how things are. It's like, dude, at least give her some stubble. Like, don't fucking insult the fan base like that. And you're fucking aggravating cunts and no one likes you. I'm going on fucking tangents. I'm getting upset. Hang on, I have to, okay. I still hate it, but I think the way they did it, horribly lazy, saying it was always in law, could have just had Belarus was able to transfer the method creating custodies women. Yeah, absolutely. I would still hate it, but like, the point is, I'm saying, like, if you're gonna change it, write a story about it. Like, don't be lazy. Like, this is just lazy. They could have easily put in a little bit of effort. Like, first off, a lot of people aren't gonna like it as it is, because you're changing a setting that's populated by a bunch of autistic people, right? So they're already gonna be upset. But at least make it make sense, right? Make it work. Do something more. And I don't think I'm wrong for being upset about it. Anyways, I don't know how far we're into this. I got so fucking into this tangent. I bet I scared people off. I was yelling there. I bet my dad's in the living room like, what the fuck is she yelling about? What the fuck is this dumb bitch yelling about? Like, God, I can't believe she's my fucking came from my sack. Jesus Christ. Like, I can't believe she's my genetic fucking spawn. How embarrassing. Anyways. Anywho's. Let's find more people to kill. Let's find people to kill. I'm feeling good. Now, I need a place to take, I need someone to take my rage out on. If someone's going to change lore retcon, something makes sense makes sense. Make it a story that just doesn't say this is how it is now and feels very top down and doesn't give any perspective. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just laziness. They're just being lazy. Like, even if they were forced into it by Amazon, they need to actively do more than just say, this is how it's always been, fucking deal with it. It's an insult to the fan base's intelligence is what it is, and that's why people are really pissed off.